or grade 10 with a topic on lines of evidence that support plate movements and a subtopic on fossil evidence. This is week number 6, day number 1. At the end of the learning episode, you are expected to analyze the characteristic features of the different fossils that are found in one continent to the other continents. Trace the existence of fossils of plants and animals as evidences found in the present continents that supports plate movement. And appreciate the importance of plants and animals fossils in tracing our past history for better protection of wildlife. Before we start with the lesson, let's check your learnings. Analyze the following questions and choose the best answer. Question 1. Fossils that are found in southern Africa and eastern South America and lived during the early Permian between 286 and 258 million years ago. A. Cynonatus. B. Glossopteris. C. Lystrosaurus. D. Mesosaurus. Think of your answer. The correct answer is letter D. Mesosaurus. Number 2. These are extinct mammal-like reptiles that lived during the early to mid-Triassic period between 250 to 240 million years ago. A. Cynonatus. B. Glossopteris. C. Lystrosaurus. D. Mesosaurus. Think of your answer. The correct answer is A. Cynonatus. Number 3. What could be the distribution of the 4 fossil types when the southern hemisphere continents were reassembled into a single landmass? A. Separated patterns of distribution across continental boundaries. B. Apart from the patterns of distribution across continental boundaries. C. Along circled patterns of distribution across continental boundaries. Or D. Linear and continuous patterns of distribution across continental boundaries. Think of your answer. The correct answer is letter D. Number 4. Remains of Mesosaurus is solely found in southern Africa and eastern South America. If the continents were in still their present positions, there is no possibility that the Mesosaurus would have the capability to swim across large body of ocean as the Atlantic because A. It was a wild animal. B. It was a coastal animal. C. It was a domestic animal. D. It was an underwater animal. Think of your answer. The correct answer is letter B. It was a coastal animal. Number 5. Which of the following Republic Act states the purpose to protect and promote the welfare of all animals in the Philippines? A. Republic Act 7610. B. Republic Act 8485. C. Republic Act 8050. Or D. Republic Act 9262. Think of your answer. The correct answer is Republic Act 8485. In your previous lesson, you have learned the causes of plate movements based on continental drift theory and seafloor spreading theory. Let us try to find out how would you react on the given statements. Tell whether the following statements are fact or bluff. Fact in the underlined word tells the correct concept about the causes of plate movements, and bluff if otherwise. Number 1. Earth's crust is broken into large pieces called tectonic plates. Is this a fact or a bluff? Yes, you're right. That is a fact. Number 2. Convection current occurs where gravity pulls the edge of a cool, dense plate into the asthenosphere. Is this a fact or a bluff? Yes, that is a bluff. It must be hot. Number 3. Ridge push materials from mid-ocean ridges pushes the plates is one of the causes that move plates. Is this a fact or a bluff? Yes, that is a fact. Number 4. The tectonic plates in the lithosphere are carried on the asthenosphere like long, heavy boxes move on huge rollers. Is this a fact or a bluff? Yes, that is also a fact. Number 5. Slab pool in the asthenosphere. Heated rock constantly rises, cools, sinks, and is heated again. Is this a fact or a bluff? Yes, you're right. That is a bluff. The underlined word must be subduction. It is good to know that you still remember our previous lesson. Let's proceed. There are many examples of fossils found on separate continents and nowhere else, suggesting the continents were once joined. Paleontologists who studies the history and process of evolution by examining fossils of animals and plants had also found that there were fossils of similar species found on continents that are now separated by great geographic distance. Here is the list of 4 fossil types which believed to be found on similar continents. The first one is the remains of Mesosaurus. It is a freshwater crocodile-like reptile that lived during the early Permian, between 286 and 258 million years ago. Are found solely in southern Africa and eastern South America. It would have been physiologically impossible for Mesosaurus to swim between the continents because it is a coastal animal. This suggests that the South America and Africa were joined during the early Permian. The second fossil is the Cynonatus. It is an extinct mammal-like reptile. The name literally means dog jaw. Cynonatus was as large as a modern wolf and lived during the early to mid-Triassic period, between 250 to 240 million years ago. It is found as fossils only in South Africa and South America. The third fossil is the Lystrosaurus. It means shovel reptile with a stocky build like a pig. It literally means shovel reptile was dominant on land in the early Triassic, 250 million years ago. It is thought to have been herbivorous and grew to approximately 1 meter in length with a stocky build like a pig. Fossils of Lystrosaurus are only found in Antarctica, India, and South Africa. The fourth fossil type is the Glossopteris. It was a woody seed-bearing shrub or tree named after the Greek description of tongue, a description of the shape of the leaves. Some reached 30 meter tall. It evolved during the early Permian, 299 million years ago, and went on to become the dominant species throughout the period, not becoming extinct until the end of the Permian. Fossils are found in Australia, South Africa, South America, India, and Antarctica. Let's watch a short video of the southern hemisphere are reassembled into the single landmass of Gondwanaland. The distribution of these 4 fossil types form linear and continuous patterns of distribution across continental boundaries. This distribution of fossils led to the theories that the southern continents were once joined in a supercontinent. Hey, it's activity time! Good luck in answering activity number 1. Fill my name on your activity sheets. For activity number 2, you got it right. It will also be answered on your activity sheets. Good luck in answering. Let's summarize what we have learned. Answer the activity that follows. Supply the missing words. Choose the words listed on the table. There were 4 blank types, which believed to be found in similar continents like in South Africa, blank, India, and Antarctica. Remains of blank, a freshwater crocodile-like blank that lived during the early Permian. Blank is an extinct mammal-like reptile as large as a modern wolf and lived during the early to mid-blank. Lystrosaurus, which literally means blank, and was dominant on land in the early Triassic. Blank was a woody seed-bearing shrub or tree named after the Greek description of blank, a description of the shape of the blank. Think of your answer. For number 1, the answer is fossil. Number 2, South America. Number 3, Mesosaurus. Number 4, reptile. Number 5, Cynonatus. Number 6, Triassic. 7, shovel reptile. 8, Glossopteris. 9, tongue, and 10, limbs. Congratulations if you get all the correct answers. Are you familiar with the following animals? For picture 1, this is an Asian elephant. For picture 2, this is a Philippine eagle. Do you know that those animals are already endangered? An endangered species is a species that is very likely to become extinct in the near future, either worldwide or in a particular political jurisdiction. Endangered species may be at risk due to the factors such as habitat loss, poaching, and invasive species. How are we going to protect those animals? In the Philippines, we had Republic Act number 8485, which was approved on February 11, 1998. What was the law about? It is an act to promote animal welfare in the Philippines, otherwise known as the Animal Welfare Act of 1998. It is the purpose of this act to protect and promote the welfare of all animals in the Philippines by supervising and regulating the establishment and operations of all facilities utilized for breeding, maintaining, keeping, treating, or training of all animals, either as objects of trade or as household pets. You may now proceed to activity number 3 with the title Protect Me on your activity sheets. Good luck in answering! And now, let's see if you have learned. Let's answer the questions on our POS test. Question 1. Which among the fossil evidences is found in Southern Africa and Eastern South America? A. Cynonatus, B. Glossopteris, C. Lystrosaurus, D. Mesosaurus. Think of your answer. The correct answer is letter D. Mesosaurus. Number 2, it is known as a shovel reptile, was dominant on land and a herbivorous, grew to approximately 1 meter in length, with a stocky build like a pig. A. Cynonatus, B. Glossopteris, C. Lystrosaurus, D. Mesosaurus. Think of your answer. Yes, you're right. The answer is letter C. Lystrosaurus. Number 3, why do Mesosaurus cannot be able to swim? A. It was a wild animal. B. It was a domestic animal. C. It was a coastal animal. D. It was an endangered animal. Think of your answer. The correct answer is letter C. It was a coastal animal. Number 4. What are the important features of a Glossopteris? A. It is a freshwater crocodile-like reptile. B. It is an extinct mammal-like reptile and the name literally means dog jaw. C. It is a woody seed-bearing shrub or tree named after the Greek description of tongue, a description of the shape of the leaves. D. It is a shovel reptile, was dominant on land and a herbivorous and grew to approximately 1 meter in length with a stocky build like a pig. Think of your answer. Yes, you're right. The correct answer is letter C. Question number 5. How do we protect endangered species from becoming extinct? A. Protect and promote the welfare of all animals. B. Destroy the habitats of the animals. C. Tolerate cruelty to animals. D. No care with the animals. Think of your answer. The correct answer is letter A. Protect and promote the welfare of all animals. Congratulations if you get all the correct answers. You have finished the task of Module 16.